was just phenomenal in there. And they had to win those tournaments, one in Sweden and one in Ottawa, in Canada. And they took no prisoners. They went in knowing that they were the best team, and they said, beat us.
There's a drive, Emery, and just wide of Purdell.
So Trey, number one, and the attitude of saying, we're here to win. We're not here to participate. And I thought it was excellent. And you have players like Cole Hudson, Lane Hudson, Ryan Leonard, Gabe Perreault. I mean, what a great group.
There's a chance, spinning drive, and Emery, a good shot block there. Pumped back in by Chapoche. And an opportunity to do it on home soil, always special. Kalman in and out of the glove, and then Emery popped away from him. Trying to jump into it is Straka. Straka in the corner. EJ Emery didn't play in the first game, got in tournament action the next two, and of course, more ice time for players with the loss of Hudson. Spellacy trying to go coast to coast. Chapoche plays it for Adam Kalman. Kalman in his first World Junior Tournament. He'll hesitate with the puck and work it across. Straka assessing ice, waiting, shooting, and he missed. Seamer will pick it up in stride, and then the stride wasn't that clean as he lost his footing. Try to get it to Stiga, and he'll jam it in. Hagen's trying to lift that stick. It's played around the wall. Hensler, the Ottawa Senators' first-round pick, pumped it in. Now he's got a backpedal.
The last 6 gold medals at the World Junior Tournament have been won 3 by the U.S. and 3 by Canada. The U.S. have set a high bar. They come into this tournament expecting to win. They should be considered one of the best teams and always a contender for the gold medal.
Seamer, wrist shot, as Hagen set him up, and that was blocked. Ishiak couldn't clear. They'll try again. Ishiak in his own zone will play it back. Off the wall, Severchik. Ishiak, wrist shot blocked. Puck still loose in the slot area. Hagen's got back, though, and good on him to find it and backhand that down the ice. Belushko moves it up quickly. Ishiak kind of fanned on the dumping. Worked up to the Habs prospect, LJ Mooney. It was slashed away from him by Belushko. Tomic steps in, flips to himself. Wrist shot off his stick behind the net. And then Chase Reed pumped it away from the action. Went to Mooney, trying to go cross ice. Chapoche starts to play quickly. Backhand feed, wrist shot, score! Wow, what a shot and a silencer. Tobias Pitka, 1-0 Slovakia.
We saw in an earlier shift with LJ Mooney a giveaway, and then he got walked by Mishiak and a real good save. While Mooney doesn't make another, he makes a real weak play here again across the ice, transition, and they come right back and make USA pay. Real good play, a little drop pass. Pika makes them pay. Beautiful play by Tomic to fend off the defender, just like that. Slovakia's taking a 1-0 lead. And after those first, 4 minutes or so, Slovakia really has found their legs. But we talk about puck management all the time, and that's just not a good puck management play by LJ Mooney.
The third shot of Slovakia beats Caleb Heil, and the captain, Tobias Pitka's got his first of the tournament. Plays for Northern Michigan University in the NCAA, and a difference maker early. First time the United States has trailed at this year's World Junior.
And number 25.
That'll get the legs going here for Slovakia.
Time of the goal, 8:53.
Puck at center, and they come again. Chapoche chips and chases in. Chapoche in the corner. Real Mullen will try pin him and take his time and space away. EJ Emery, puck on his stick. Lays it up for Riker Lee. Lee throws it into the corner. McKinney trying to walk in, and he does. Swats it. Pass right in front. Bouncing. Good setup by Horkoff. Here it comes back to him and McKinney, as McKinney was tied up enough by Chapoche. USA fires it back in. Adam Kalman. McKinney trying to take it away. Passes to Chapoche. Good little forecheck here by the United States. And Lee's going to head off for a change. Dubrovik got tripped up along the wall, and the hand goes up, holding the call, and now Slovakia up 1-0. A chance on the power play.
Team USA, number 38, minor penalty for holding.
you're skating, you're moving up the ice, and you put a player in the wrong position, and this is good play by Dubrovnik. He just keeps moving, and that's a hold, it's a tackle, it's a takedown. Now Slovakia, you know, after those initial 4 or so minutes to start this period in the game, Slovakia's got themselves really organized defensively and jumping offensively.
They're 3 for 11 on the power play in the tournament, 27%. As Kmil Bednarik in the blocks. Slovakia wins the cross shot. Lyle saw that for the far point. Bobichel will pick it up, and Golier running things up top. Bobichel. And that went off McMorrow and down the ice. Adam Golier back to collect. USA 5 for 5 on the penalty kill. Perfect thus far in the tournament. Ishak at center. Threw it to the right side, gave it away, and an easy flip down the ice as Pradell's going to play it. They'll lead for Golier. Minute 25 of power play time remaining. Alex Misiak stripped at the blue line, and the Americans doing a good job stepping up. Max Platt goes to work, head down, shorthanded. Nice job by Max Platt, filling up more time as he's 1-on-3, and it bounces behind the net. And a good job from the forward on the PK. Here it's Nemitz. Arenko coming off a 3-goal performance. He'll lead Straka, tripped up by Spelisi, but it's a good job as Slovakia recovers. Arenko's got the puck. Up to Radovojevic. Arenko stepping in. Richard score! Tomas Arenko stays red hot. Power play goal. 2-0 Slovakia. His 4th of the tournament, and a bit of a stunning start here for the United States.
Dave Reed, you're hired as a scout. You gave the perfect scouting report on Tomas Arenko, and this is a good play at the blue line. The goalie just keeps the puck alive, and then Arenko just kind of dances in, takes a little bit of a look, gets himself inside the dots and over the glove of Caleb Heil. And this is just really good patience. A goal scorer probing, buries it. Right between the legs, and a beautiful shot. That's a goal scorer shot. Most players get that block. It goes off a shin pad. It doesn't get to the net. But when you're a good goal scorer like Arenko, that finds its way into the net.
Had the hat trick versus Germany. 4 goals now in 2 games, and a lot of games still to play in this one. So the United States, a little stunned. This crowd a little bit stunned. Grand Casino Arena. 2-0 Slovakia. Kleber on the puck. Kleber. Dubrovnik hits him. Logan Hensler. Back to Kleber. Kleber up the left side. And then a collision, a few bodies going down. As that was Stiga knocked down, lost his stick. He'll collect it, but Calvin's cutting in. Rich shot, big rebound. And why not? Shooting gallery. Look out, though. Teddy Stiga's in. Stiga up, forehand, and he missed. I don't know if he put it right through Pradell or missed the net, but can't bury it on a great opportunity. Emery off a stick behind the net. Played up to Emery again. Rich shot, that hit a body, goes wide. The young man that had the golden goal for the United States last year, Teddy Stiga, in alone, 1 assist in the tournament, and that close to his first goal. Here is Emery, little chip along the boards to the right side for Lee. Lee swings it back. That wrist shot was blocked by Asher Barnett. Missed the mark. Emery thought about gambling and chipping in. He'll retreat as Barnett back to help. Trout trying to get into it, though, as McKinney, little touch pass, give and go. Breaker Lee shot, and he missed left side. And the other way, it's Hovan. He'll break away up the right side. Hovan, and he lost the puck at the blue line, turned over, as things opening up a little bit here in this period. Here's Fabush. Andrei Fabush. Plays for Bratislava, back home in Slovakia. Nemitz in stride, picks up the pass, gives and goes. Nemitz into the corner. Watched by Reed, and they're going to blow it down offside. What a dream start against the home side. Pietka, Harenko power play goal, 2-0.
Teddy Stiga finds himself all alone as puck just comes all the way up to him as he comes on the ice. He's got lots of time to look at what he wants to do, and as he makes a little bit of a move, not able to get the shot off that he wanted, and kicks wide off the skate blade.
I mentioned earlier on the top, Craig, as Hagens, Radovojevic at Boston College, as is Teddy Stiga, has 3 goals, 11 points in 15 games there this year. Had a goal and 3 points in 6 games in that beautiful World Junior run in Ottawa last year. Second of 2 gold medals consecutively for the United States. Here is Reed up for Mooney. LJ Mooney tangled up with Nemitz. Harenko will flip it in, and now Harenko with those 4 goals. He leads the tournament outright in goal scoring. Mooney trying to track up that right side. Nemitz finds it, pumps it back into Heil. Luke Osborne for Reed. Reed stretching ice to Mooney, reaching for it. And it comes to Straka. He lost it. Continues to work for the puck, though, Straka. And then Belushko finds it and works it in deep. Osborne back. Under 6 to go, first period. Shots now 7-2 in favor of Slovakia as Reed nearly coughed it up, but he recovers nicely. And then Spelisi is nearly in offside. United States onside now, but Slovakia with the puck. Adam Belushko, the center. Adam Kleber back to clean it up. And the turnover is spinning around. It was Misiak trying to get to that puck. In comes Pobajel. He'll wait for help. Tries to hit the trailer. Comes to Calvin. He'll shoot. And that is a much-needed settle-down save from Caleb Heil. Well, there's no snow today. It's cold, but a beautiful winter day for hockey in the state of hockey.
It is the work that no one sees. It is relentless. It screams at you. One more set, one more rep, one more time. It is what fuels you. Gatorade, is it in you?
Locked in a stare down with Mother Nature, some wilt, but others push forward. They are the real ones, and they drink a real good light beer. Sleeman Clear 2.0. Real ones know.
From a first game to their biggest game. From Esso medals to gold medals. We're dedicated to Canada's game.
Well, USA came out jumping in that first 3.5, 4 minutes, but Slovakia really got themselves settled. And, you know, you get into a game like this, the U.S. kind of pushes the pace, but you got to give the coach a lot of credit in the team, because ever since those first 4 minutes passed, Slovakia has dictated the play here. Other than the Stiga breakaway, Slovakia has been really strong.
USA trailed by 2 in the gold medal game against Finland and found a way to get it done in overtime last year. That's the last time they trailed in this tournament by 2 goals. Here's Severchik. Cross ice, Alex Misiak. Trying to get it back to him. Stiga gets back defensively, lost the puck. And good job by Barnett as he plays the body and the puck, and that was a trip, but Stiga got away with one, and he's on the move. Kleber over the line, drops it off. Teamer hits the trailer, wrist shot. Oh, and Hagens, what a chance. If anyone needs one, it's James Hagens looking for his first of the tournament.
So let's focus in on James Hagens, and it's a really good chance. He gets a really good look here. Stiga gets up and real good pass across. He gives the look and right off the crossbar. But make no mistake about it. The only reason this play ensues is because the referees missed a tripping call on Teddy Stiga. Peter Fruhoff, if I'm the coach there, I'm letting them know, hey, you know, get those calls that are obvious right in front of you called. James Higgins. It's kind of like Stenberg. Like they're starting to do the things that you expect them to do and that they're capable of doing, and got to keep encouraging them because the dam will break.
The coaches will tell you, as long as my guys are getting the chances like that one, they're going to be fine. They'll work their way out of it.
So
when
true.
you're not getting the chances, you worry. But what a chance there. Here's Emery. Waiting, shooting. Knocked down in front and flipped to the line. Hovan's got it. He'll play that to center ice. 4 minutes remaining first period. And what a job Slovakia to silence this crowd. Up 2-0. Horcoff. McKinney. They'll skate it in. McKinney, wrist shot, and a little bounce right in the glove of Mikel Prattle, who's a Wings third-round pick this past year in the draft.
Moving through the neutral zone, and McKinney gets the shot off. Liddell kind of lets it bounce up, keeps his eyes on it, gloves it. How great are those pictures? They're just phenomenal.
Mooney, Harenko, and a clean win, Harenko. Back to Belushko. Nemitz just out of his reach. Nemitz's brother, the last time Slovakia beat the United States, had 3 assists back on December 28, 2022. Simo Nemitz had 3 helpers and a 6-3 win. And what a start for Slovakia's Max Plant. Trying to send it to the left side. That's interrupted and picked off. Samuel Murin drops it off. As Adam Nemitz was tied up. And again, getting black was Plant to break that up. LJ Mooney the other way for the United States. Mooney acquires the line. Here's Yzerman. The guy could really pull the trigger. Yzerman does just that right on. As Cole Yzerman, 1 goal in the tournament. And he's a guy that can be a difference maker in a game like this.
He can be, and there's no question he's an elite goal scorer. But, you know, one of the things with Cole, sometimes he tries so hard. And sometimes you just want him to, you know, just, not that you don't want the intensity that he brings, but you just relax a little bit. The scoring will come for you. He knows they're down 2-0. He knows they're looking to him to be a guy to get him a goal or 2.
3 years ago in a U18 tournament in Switzerland, he had 9 goals in that tournament. Islanders' first-round pick from a couple years ago. Watch him break Cole Caulfield's record for goals for USA Hockey's National Team Development Program. Beat him by a single goal, the all-time goals record, and that was in a gold medal game against Canada a couple years ago. Canada won the game. Sellers tried to feed that in front, broken up by Chapos. 2:40 remaining in the period. Here's a chance, trap try, and Sellers, he's a guy that's been hot this tournament. He's got 3 goals and a wicked shot. We've seen it a few times. Hensler hit by Kopka. Kalman is going to play it back.
I've been really impressed with Adam Kalman, number 7 for Slovakia. He's played some really good defensive play, jumped into the attack offensively, settled, poised.
Plays for Hockey Club Nitra back home in Slovakia in their men's league. Andre Fabush chips and chases, brings it into the corner. Some help from Mishiak. And then Mishiak trying to create a little wall there along the boards to free the puck up. Jam right back in. And back to work is Mishiak. Reaching for it with Severchik.
Slovakia is not backing off in any area of the rink. They're forcing them, pressuring USA, not giving them any time, not giving them any space.
Here's Radovojevic. Missed the opening game for Slovakia due to illness, returned for game 2, and he's just such a big part of the team on the blue line. PJ Emery chips it in, takes the body check from Hovan. That pass off the stick of Higgins does bounce to center. Lead back, they'll go to Emery, who tried to find Horcoff in stride, and no icing. Good speed Horcoff. The Penguins first rounder hands it off, but a turnover to Hovan. Final minute inside Grand Casino Arena. Hovan was interrupted right at the line, chopped in by Slovakia, and Heiler to play. Laura, Dave, and Brett standing by with your first period intermission. Tomi played it to the line. Hoval reaching for the puck. Chip to Lee. Swatted away from him by Belushko.
Another example, though. Belushko's right up on Riker Lee.
Lee's cutting in with the puck backhand try, and that's a move you don't see often. These guys release the backhand. That was a great effort. Didn't cash in, but nearly fooled Pradell. I don't know if he's ready for that shot. And pass, halting play.
Riker Lee low, and then he spins back around, and Crafty.
Dave Reed and I were chatting about this last night. You don't see at this level as much anymore just the rip the backhand. Like, you know what I mean? Get the chance, don't go to your forehand, rip the backhand. Connor Bedard did that in a U18 tournament in Texas years ago. An amazing goal.
After he's been stopped on a penalty shot.
Yeah, that was unbelievable against Russia. That was the incredible gold medal game. Him and Leachkoff went head-to-head. U18 World Junior, it's the stars of the NHL with just a tiny bit of time left in this period. That's why we love it, watching the development where these kids get drafted and eventually starring in the National Hockey League. Pitka, ouch, right in the numbers on Kleber. And it looks like the captain's okay. 3 goals, 6 points in 14 games for Northern Michigan University this year. What a 20 minutes for Slovakia, Craig. I don't know if you saw this on the bingo card, but good for Slovakia. 2-0 start.
Well, after the first 4 minutes, you know, the USA were really pressing, and it was mandatory that Slovakia found their legs, and they did.
Got a good one here on this Monday night. And we got a great intermission coming up. Laura Dyken, Dave Reed, Britt Dort with the interview, all coming up next.
Room to operate.
Well,
and that can be frustrating.
Well, you saw it in the eyes and the face of James Higgins talking to our Britt Dort. I mean, he hit that crossbar looking for his first of the tournament. So Slovakia, to this point, frustrating the home side. Underway here in this second period as Calvin got a touch of that puck, so no icing as he did possess it. Chaposh tries to send it to center. It does come to center ice. And getting on the puck is Lucas Tomka. He'll shoot it in to the left of Caleb High.
You apply pressure. That is something that becomes really uncomfortable for an opponent.
Osborne starts to play. Higgins accepts the pass and scoots in. Higgins stops in the corner, tries to center off a skate. And Pradell was ready, kicked it aside, and Slovakia able to get that to center ice. Ziemer quickly in transition, skates in with a puck, has Higgins with him. Ziemer stops in the corner. Stiga lets it go. Up to Adam Kleber, sends it across. That wrist shot from Hensler reflects over the net. Slovakia trying to break away in numbers. Mishiak, low man in. His teammates are changing as Mishiak from a knee continues to drive towards that puck. Tomi pumps it back in, and it comes to Kleber. And behind the play, interference is the call.
LJ Mooney.
Wow. He's had a tough game so far for the young man.
Team USA number 18, line penalty for interference.
James Higgins enters the zone and slides it across and just goes off the right pad of Pradell. Ziemer that close. Before that play, I really liked the way that James Higgins was coming through the neutral zone with speed, and he wanted that puck. I mean, he forced Chase Reed, who was carrying the puck, to just say, hey, you take it, you're moving. It's a good sign for James Higgins.
Slovakia 1-for-1 in the power play, and Marenko steps in, wins the draw, back to Radovojevic. Radovojevic shoots, deflected, and just wide. Nemec was in front, and Nemec has got the puck again. Radovojevic. Luka Radovojevic. He'll get it back at the line. Severchi in the near circle, assessing options. He's going to drop it off, switching spots with Nemitz, who pops it back up. Radovojevic shot, and that one is blocked. The United States trying to break away. McMorrow cutting in, little flip to space. Spellici scores! AJ Spellici, short-handed goal, and he lights up the arena. It's 2-1.
Speed and pressure, and not in that order. The pressure starts, and they force Radovojevic into a mistake. And now when you can put the pressure on, there it is, the shot block, and they just keep going after him. And McMorrow makes a great play here. Spalletti just using his speed. The puck is laid perfectly where Spalletti can just kind of guide it in between the legs of Pradel. And just like that, USA gets on the board and right back into this game.
Free bird, free Spellici. What a little poke right there. Oh, and look at the selling. I mean, this building needed it. Team USA needed it, and they've got one. Slovakia still a lot of power play time to work with, but it's Max Platt. Oh, he took a big shoulder. Mishiak labeled him, and he's down. And Platt is in distress, trying to get off the ice. Here's Pitka, the captain. Good job by McKinney. Flips it. Stiga's got another breakaway. Teddy Stiga, what a stop that time. Oh, his second breakaway of the game. And the young man is frustrated. What a goal that would have been. Bobajel. Far boards. Collier. Works it into the corner. Ovan. Put it right on the tape of Stiga again. My goodness. Teddy Stiga was shaking his head up for that chance too.
2 breakaways in this game for Teddy Stiga.
He was telling in his interview with NHL Network, sort of frustrated with his effort on that penalty shot. Didn't even know how to answer the question, but man, he's getting looks. He's getting looks. He's not quitting. Here's a chance. Wrist shot up high, missed. Popagel, point blank with 25 seconds left of the man advantage. The United States breakaway again, led by Ziemer. Ziemer drops it back. Osborne shot in another glove. Still loose. Ziemer spinning, shooting, and that hit his skate as Mishiak got in the way. Wow, things have opened up here in this second period. 5 seconds left of the power play. Arenko's going to lay it back for Radovojevic. Arenko. Radovojevic moves out of the box. 5-on-5, and Mooney on the stick of Radovojevic just in time. But Mooney and wrap try. Mooney. Oh, and Calvin saved a goal. Adam Calvin got back and took it away from LJ Mooney. Mooney again. And finally, Mikkel Pradel stops what's been a flurry of activity in the second.
Max Plant, we're looking at him on the bench here. See where Mishiak just steps right into him. Stiga with the breakaway, another shorthanded. That could have been 2 shorthanded goals on the same penalty kill. And then the deflection away by Radovojevic first. And then Kalman coming right to the post and making sure that LJ Mooney can't wrap it around. 2 good plays by the defenders. Radovojevic deflecting it, and then Kalman making sure that LJ Mooney can't wrap it around the net as he came out of the penalty box.
Craig Button, this one is setting up what could be a beauty of a game. Wow. AJ Spellici lining up in the face-off dot.
Stiga, Ziemer, and that line of Zellers, Spalletti, and McMorrow have been real catalysts for Team USA in a lot of different ways. And there's Spalletti again. Nice in here. There's Spalletti again, using that speed. Great pass by McMorrow.
Please return it to the closest.
You can be a catalyst in so many different ways, and using your speed and playing with some energy and enthusiasm is what those 5 players have all demonstrated right from the first seconds of this tournament.
McKinney, clean win. Wrist shot, hit a body, went wide as Horkoff couldn't get it on net. Lachinsky battling in the corner. USA's found some legs here 4 minutes into this period. Horikoff takes a look, goes up top. Chase Reed shot just wide. Osborne took the shoulder in the corner. Slovakia trying to calm the situation here in this second. They've got the lead, but the United States has found a gear.
So you're on the power play. It had some real good success after Kharenko had scored in the first period on the power play. But Bob Motzko knows what he has in Spalacy and in McMorrow and also in Stegan Zimmer.
Shots now 9-8 in favor of the United States. 2-1 Slovakia. Back for the puck is Dakota Rayon Mullen, and that's an icing against Slovakia.
Offensive zone face-off now, and Osborne and Reed come right out to support the line of Hagen, Stiga, and Zimmer.
Hagen's Pika. Pika wins it clean. Domi slash Janet couldn't clear. Osborne. Hagens drops it back as Zimmer was cutting in, but he had it on his backhand. Could get the shot off. Puck at center. Reed flips it over. Osborne. The American line as they bring it in. Wrist shot in and out. Poked away. Osborne's got to hustle back. And he's got the block. Chase Reed. Quickly a touch from Hagens as he tapped it. Radivojevich hustling into the corner. Checked by Zimmer. Good move for Radivojevich to spin away from the pressure. Puck at center. Ice. Hagens able to strip and take it away and shoot it in. In comes Stiga. Winning the hit was Tomi. I think that popped out of the zone, but they play on. That's turned over, and now it's away. Tobias Tomi on the puck, shoots it in. Slovakia changing.
Puck deflected off a Slovak player on the bench. And Oriol, goaltender, suited up for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Watching her son Dakota play. Member of the LA Kings staff.
And that's Dylan St. Cyr beside her, Greg. He played at the U18s as well. Won a gold medal in that game. Remember, he tried to score a goal. Hit his defender and it went in the net, but he had a lot of confidence, that young man, in net, as they won the gold medal that year. And now watching Dakota Rayon Mullen compete in this World Junior. He's draft eligible next year. And he's on the puck right now. Rayon Mullen played it to center. Here's Cole Iserman. Got clipped at the red line. E.J. Emery reaching for it. Turnover behind the net. Her ankle. Starts the passing play. Gets it back. And plays whistle down. Too many men on the ice. Power play when we come back.
No one wants to wait. Wouldn't life be great if you could just take that bucket list trip today? Upsize for your retirement sooner than later. Or start something totally new on your own timeline. Life goals, financial goals. Invest with Fidelity, and reaching them may just take less time than you think.
From a first game to their biggest game. From Esso medals to gold medals. We are dedicated to Canada's game.
You're dancing around in the offensive zone, and you're looking around. You go, wait a sec, the goalie's not out. And they got 6 skaters there, and it did not escape the attention of the officials.
Too many players on the ice.
Want to count for me, Craig?
Wow, it's easy to count. I mean, it wasn't like there was too many. It was like a line change. They'd been out there for a while operating. Well, shorthanded goal now. Now you get on the power play for USA.
Craig, USA 0 for 6 in the power play this tournament. Had the #1 power play in the tournament last year in Ottawa. Obviously, different year, different players. And they have Reed running things here. Stiga, Zimmer. Stiga, Zimmer, they play pass. Back to Teddy Stiga. Stiga waits, trying to slide that through at the save of Horkoff. Bounce to Higgins, and Higgins gave it away. And a good clear there by Jakub Dubrovik.
They need to be quicker in their puck movement. It's too static.
And one area of multiple areas they missed for Hudson. Here's a turnover, another shorthanded chance for Slovakia. Rich shot, score! Comes in, steps into the shot, another shorthanded goal, and it's 3-1 Slovakia.
You get a shorthanded goal, we'll get a shorthanded goal. Bob Motzko can't be very happy here. I just talked about playing with the puck and not moving it fast enough. Teddy Stiga moving it up, moving slow, right into the teeth of the Slovak defense, and they make them pay. And your power play is going to be no good if you don't move the puck and you don't have players moving quickly. And there's a great example where you forget about the power play not working. Now you paid a big price here. You get back into the game with a shorthanded goal, and now because of real flawed purpose on your power play, Slovakia goes and takes advantage.
Adam Belushko walked in, stepped up, and ripped that home. So now 2 shorthanded goals in this game. Second of the tournament for Belushko. From Kosice, Slovakia. Same hometown as Juraj Slafkovský. Osborne in, and he's denied with the right hand. Oh, Luke Osborne snuck right in. Riker Lee sends it across, and too much heat on the pass. LJ Mooney curls around, waits, Sellers one-timer, and that was stopped by Pradell. Dug free again. Riker Lee. LJ Mooney. Mooney. Riker Lee shot up the pipe at the side of the post and stayed out. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Sellers takes it up high. Sends it down low. And a tough angle shot. Mooney reaching for it. LJ Mooney gets checked. Kovacic hit him. And held in by Sellers. They'll work it across. Osborne, wrist shot, jammed up. Never found its way through. Sellers, though, will back get it in deep.
Slovakia's had about 4 chances to try to clear the puck and have been unsuccessful.
One last chance. Riker Lee, right on. It's loose. Played back to Sellers. As Hrenko ready to come out. One last shot. That was blocked. Hrenko's out of the box, and he hustles into the play. 3 shots for the United States with that man advantage. And a shorthanded goal. Right on Mooney. The shot. Puck loose. And jammed down the ice. Icing against Slovakia. Late push there after that power play from the USA.
Well, Luke Osborne jumps right into the attack here. No hesitation, and a great right pad save by Pradell. That can't hesitate, and Luke Osborne doesn't hesitate. And a quick chance across. LJ Mooney quickly shoots it. Pradell gets across. Puck is loose for a second, but U.S. player cannot find it.
Osborne from Plymouth, Michigan, plays at the University of Wisconsin. Hrenko, Bednarik. Bednarik wins it. Spellacy up high. Rebound. Follow up Bednarik. McMorrow right in there as well, jamming away. And Mikhail Pradell will hold things down. Man, AJ Spellacy has come to play tonight.
Yeah, right off the face-off, and Bednarik with the win, and then Spellacy gets right after it quickly.
Mikhail Pradell 18 years of age. He was on the World Junior roster last year. He didn't play in Ottawa. Plays with the Tri-City Storm in the USHL. A 9-9-3 record there with a .916 save percentage this year. Bednar.
Bednarik, and they are getting such strong play. The puck comes around, you win the face-off, but then you lose it. But it's a fantastic play by Spalacy. He just beats the Slovak player on the boards to the puck. Hungrier, faster, stronger, and then McMorrow picks up the puck at the side and just buries it. Want to earn ice time? Do what AJ Spalacy. Do what Brandon McMorrow. Do what Will Zellers. Kamil Bednarik trying to get more ice time. Do what those guys do, and you'll get a lot of ice time.
A minute 47 between goals, and Seymour looking for more, and shot off a stick. And that broke the Slovakian defender's stick. Great shot, high and wide. Sasha Burnett let it go. Hagen shooting up high. That's a good shoulder save from Purnell. Slovakia needs a clear, and they'll get one. There's the guy without the stick, Misiak, and he's going to head off for a JH. Seymour through the legs, turned over, but he gets it back, and he's on the move with Hagens. Seymour. And then bounce on Hagens in the corner, plays it back up to the point. Barnett wanted the puck, he got it. Towards the net, tipped, and it missed. Back in front, Stiga, and it came right to Severchik. He'll flip it down the ice, foot race. Cutting in, what a drive with some power at the end as Murin was fighting off the check. And Caleb Heil made the stop.
Well, you have Samuel Murin chasing down this puck. And Asher Barnett does a pretty good job of just leaning in on Murin and not letting him get free on the stick. He just keeps leaning in with the body. Murin gets a stick caught up a little bit in the body and can't free it, but still gets a shot off. Heil has to be sharp on that play. Asher Burnett kept skating and staying in the body of Murin, and it was an important part of the defensive effort.
A one-goal game. Second period. Chance in front. Horenko protects the puck. Drops it off. Wrist shot and stop. Nemitz point blank. Heil denied him. Man, are we getting chances in the second period.
Yep, again, Horenko just with the poise. He just, oh, what a little slick backhand pass. Such a nice play, such great awareness. And Nemitz has a clean look, and glove up, glove closed. Nice save by Caleb Heil.
His brother went second overall in the draft. Defenseman of the New Jersey Devils. The year Uri Slafkovsky went #1. Max Plan, who took that big shoulder jack earlier in the game. Good to see him back out there competing. Nemitz will flip it in. Cleaver in the corner. He looks over his shoulder, and he sees Nemitz tracking him. Horenko parks himself in front, hoping for the pass. Logan Hensler able to clear to center. Chaposh bouncing puck. Yzerman around him. Hip check, draws a penalty. Cole Yzerman driving to the net, gets the call. So it'll be Mikhail Chaposh to the penalty box. Belushko, shorthanded goal. McMorrow an answer. It's 3-2 Slovakia.
Slovakia, number 6, minor penalty for tripping.
Cole Yzerman attacking. That's what you got to do. You got to attack. Get a defender on his back heels, on his back foot. Cole Yzerman attacks inside.
So we got a Slovakia power play goal, and each team with a shorthanded goal in this game. LJ Mooney wins the draw. Osberg. Mooney switches spots.
Slovakia penalty.
LJ Mooney dishes down low. Right for lead back door, beat backhand. Oh, off the goal line.
was topsy-turvy. We're a pretty good distance. You can see the puck kind of twirling.
Right
Doesn't
there.
look like it got across the goal line. Look at that. End over end.
Wow.
That is close. We're going to get a good look at it right here. Bounce, bounce, twist,
Look
turn,
at that snow crack
drop,
right there.
Drop. Oh, I don't think it went over the goal line. The puck has to completely cross the goal line, and that close.
And the
USA
snow pile,
tying the
Greg,
game.
maybe, I think the camera got an assist for Canada years ago at the World Junior. That little extra snow might have saved one there for Slovakia. Oh, Zeller's that close. Credit Belushko, too. Wasn't it Calvin earlier in the game as well? Saved one on the wrap try. USA will set it up again. Lee. Osberg shovels it across. Zellers for Mooney. LJ Mooney zips it down low. Riker Lee. Ray shot! He ripped it home and he knew it. Riker Lee, 3-3 game.
Riker Lee has got his head up the whole time. He knows he's got opportunity. He knows he's got space and time. He gets his hand set, and then he waits for Pradell to go down on one knee and give him that upper part of the net. This is just brilliant by Riker Lee. Patience, patience. You go down, I'm going to make you pay. And that's exactly what Riker Lee did. Just buries that. Want to go down like that? The good shooters are going to make you pay. It's a great shot. But the patience of Riker Lee to just outweigh Pradell. 3-3. 9 minutes left here in the second period, and what a game we have.
His first of the tournament, Riker Lee from Michigan State University, native of Illinois, and what a shot. 3-3 game, power play goal. Bednarik reaching for the puck. Spellacy finds it. Works it in deep. Hustling is Kovalchuk. He got spun around. Calvin behind the net to help. Calvin up the right wing. Spellacy picked it off. Throws it across. Shot Osberg. Bouncing in front. USA trying to find another gear here. Spellacy in the corner. Zipping away from traffic. Took the shoulder. Continues to work below the goal line. Bednarik reaching for the puck. He got spun around. Puck behind the net. Kovalchuk trying to free it. And finally skated up ice by Mishiak. He gets it to center. Zemer's going to look out, hit the official in the head, but stayed in play. Otherwise, that was going to the American bench. Kleber shoots it in. In comes Zemer into the corner. Kovalchuk slashing at the puck. Came towards the net. Kalman cleaned it up, but stolen by Zemer. Zemer, backhand flip. Nobody home. E.J. Emery pounds it into the corner. Cutting in Stiga. Slapped off his stick. Emery keeps the play alive. Kalman, little touch pass. Kovalchuk along the wall. And finally, Slovakia pushes it to USA territory. Remember, they got the long change here in the second period. Real Mullen up for Hagens. Marenko lifted his stick enough, but Hagens got it in deep. Murin. Checked hard by Zemer. Marenko, though. Nice move at his own line around Plant, around Stiga, and then flips it for Kalman, who fires it in. 7 minutes remaining in an entertaining second period. LJ Mooney, a little burst of speed with Plant. Plant trying to dig the puck free. Marenko and Nemitz in the corner. Nemitz has the puck. Scoots away from traffic. Plays it to center. Shots now 20-10 in favor of the United States in a 3-3 game. Yzerman just out of his reach. And Radovojevic back to play the puck. Murin got a touch as he heads off for a change. Reed, little backhand flip. Pitka. And Reed took his man down in the corner, and that'll halt play.
It's a late call. The referee did not have his arm up at first, but Reed definitely gave him a shot in the head. This is the right proper call, but it certainly was delayed with the arm going up.
And Chase Reed is hot right now, but he's going to the box.
Oh, and this might get reviewed. They might take they come up with the little square that means we're going to review it.
Tobias Tomi looks like he's okay as he's checking his mouth area for blood.
Team USA, line penalty for roughing.
Right call. Reed, they're in a battle here. It's the left hand. I can understand why people are moaning. It feels like a play where you're battling in hand-to-hand combat and the arm comes up and catches Tomic in the face and the referee decides to call it roughing, but certainly the groans and moans, you understand why they're there.
Double eye Jeff. Got to be careful. Marenko wins it clean. Radovojevic floats one in. And the left hand high kicked out. 6:20 remaining in the period. Flipped down the ice by the USA. Both teams with a power play goal. Both teams with a shorthanded goal in this game. Marenko. Radovojevic delays and drops it back. Nemitz skates it in. He'll stop. Lift it back to the line. Radovojevic plays it across. Radovojevic. Mikael Severchik gets it back. Severchik. Radovojevic. Severchik. Nemitz in the slot as he's parked in front. Radovojevic. Marenko takes his time in the corner. Goes down low. Straka. Passing to Severchik. Little flip. He wanted Nemitz. He lets it go. Marenko in the corner. Little backhand feed. Nemitz. Marenko. Radovojevic. Under a minute remaining. No shots yet here. Radovojevic. Back. Marenko loads up that time. Loose in the crease. Straka battles. Score! Jammed in. Nemitz, I believe. Severchik, the last touch as he poked it home in front. Another power play goal. Slovakia leads again.
Get a puck directed towards the net and then get hunting for that loose puck. Marenko goes a little bit high, gets the shot through, and now here's the battle, and then Severchik comes in late. Just enough, he's high enough, and the puck skips out right to Severchik, and just with the toe of the blade, gets it up and over Caleb Heil, and what a game we got here. Back and forth, the intensity. I think Bob Motzko and the coaching staff might have considered a goaltender interference challenge. But decided against it.
Puck is dropped, back underway. Just over 5 minutes remaining. 4-3 Slovakia. What a game. Orkov. Lays it in behind the net. McKinney tried to center. Puck to the line. Asher Barnett couldn't hold it. Belushko shoots it in. Knocked it right to Heil. He plays it into the corner. Tomka trying to get it towards the net.
Power play goal by number 11, Michal.
A little bit of conversation after the stoppage. Wow. Special teams certainly a factor. Yeah, Riker Lee celebrating. Back and forth contest. But Slovakia right now up by 1.
By joining the skilled trades, you'll make a living while making places to live. You'll build a strong, stable career for today and for tomorrow. Plus, with over 140 skilled trades to choose from, there's more opportunity than ever to build a bright future for all of us. Building stronger communities right here at home. That's how we protect Ontario.
On a crisp winter night by a couch twice their size, gathered a family who saw things with childlike eyes. What was this festive feel? Why, the Tim's holiday meal. There were lattes and donuts topped off with Biscoff, flatbread pizzas with festive fun socks. Let's light up the tree, we heard them cheer. Oh, well, they laughed. A small blunder, my dear. So if you too want that magical feel, feed your inner child with the Tim's holiday meal.
Welcome back to our World Junior coverage. What a game. Slovakia, a 4-3 lead. Kevin Cheveldayoff and Greg Hughes watching the Sweden game earlier today. Pretty happy. Barry Trotz here as well with the Jets' 2 prospects. Boumedienne was fabulous. And Trotz also just saw his guy, Riker Lee, score a goal in this game. Nashville draft pick, Alphonse Frey, another Winnipeg Jet prospect, was awesome for Sweden as well. And the scouting, as you talk about all the time, it continues. Even after you draft these kids, how they doing, how they progressing. Stiga, give it go with Zimmer. Osberg on the puck, wrist shot that was friendly fire. It hit Zimmer. And allows Slovakia to move it up ice. Ovad. Over the line. Puck in the corner. The captain, Tobias Pitka, taken down. Stiga, a little outlet for Zimmer. Zimmer through center, flips it for Higgins. Kalman watching him. Drop pass, Zimmer high, and he missed. Turnover, Hovan trying to break away. Pitka looking to join him. Pass behind Pitka, and it's up to Higgins. Higgins trying to maneuver in. Lays it back for Stiga. He'll back get it into the corner, but it's played out front for Golier. Golier up the right wing. Ishak got a touch. Islo to play it. USA trying to break away with some speed, led by Max Plant. Plant waiting. Tried to center. And he blew a tire, allowing Slovakia to lift it to center ice. Plant, first on the puck, in front, Yzerman, stoned. Wow, Cole Yzerman right in front. Bit of a sloppy play from the D of Slovakia, allowing that opportunity.
Yeah, good play by Max Plant, and just comes whipping around. He quickly makes that decision, and Burdell has to be in the right position there. And that's the guy you want to see with the puck is Cole Yzerman. We talk about he and James Higgins, who have been so brilliant offensively, wearing the Stars and Stripes uniform for USA in international competition. They both had some good looks here.
Last year in Ottawa, 3 goals, 7 points for Yzerman at that World Junior gold medal performance. For the United States, 8 returning players from that gold medal team. Of course, no Cole Hudson available as he's day-to-day.
Cole Yzerman, just Max Plant, what a nice little play.
.306 to go. Pobashev McKinney. And puck available for Lee. Riker Lee collects it. Around the net he goes, takes a look, and he tried to bank one in. Not a bad idea. Bouncing puck. Pobashev was trying to break free. And is McKinney, but he took a look. He sees his teammates changing, so pardon me, no, he was offside, actually. Played offside, my apologies. So he gets back onside. Now they're onside, but Slovakia has the puck, looking for the breakout they want. And Hareko will start it to Nemitz. Hareko in stride, over the line. Cutting in, wrist shot, posted out. Wow! What a rocket from Hareko. Trying to get another one in this game. Right Curly the other way, wrist shot off the skate. Urin tried to clear in Slovakia. McKinney, that second effort, works it in deep.
We should have the pop-up window with Dave Reed giving the scouting report at the outset of this game on Thomas Hareko, because That's just an outstanding starting report by Dave.
Well, Laura and Dave, intermission coming up. We'll have a whole ton. They got about 5 periods worth of stuff to talk about if they choose to. There's been a lot of fun action to break down in this second period.
Riker Lee's feeling it. There's no question about it. He comes around. He tries to kind of flip it up off the mass shoulder of Pradell. The way they think, and this is Arenko, just the way he quickly moves his hands and doesn't allow the opponent to get into his space, and then the release all in one motion. I talk about the NHL. If you're going to be a goal scorer and you're going to be an offensive player, if you can't operate in tight spaces at this level, you can forget about doing it at the next level.
Arenko played in 2 under-18 World Hockey Championships, playing in his first World Junior. Zellers battling for the puck. Minute 35 to go. McMorrow in the corner trying to shake off Radovojevic. McMorrow takes it up high, still with the puck, and off the stick into center. Straka got in the lane of that pass. Luke Osberg. Head up, skating in. Osberg up top. Chase Reed's shot off the body and wide. Bobrovsky flips it in. Ricci Court was topped up. Play to Zellers at center.
1 minute left in the second period.
5 minutes inside Grand Casino Arena. 4-3 Slovakia. What a game. Spellacy from a knee drops it off. Americans get it in deep. As they change, Hagen's in, shoots, score! He's got one! James Hagens, 4-4 game! First of the tournament for the Bruins draft pick, and he needed one. It's 4-4.
He's had looks, he's had opportunities. Keep doing those things, you'll get. What a great play here by Chase Reed. He takes that look over his shoulder and then quickly delivers the pass to Hagens, and it's a 4-4 game. Just fantastic by Chase Reed. Just that little glance over the right shoulder. He knows that Hagens is coming. Oh, yeah. Take that monkey off your back, Mr. Hagens. That's a deserved goal. Do the right things, operate the right process, and you'll get rewarded.
He had 5 goals, 9 points in Ottawa. That is a big one. Ties it up at 4. The 7th overall pick at this year's draft to Boston.
Team USA goal scored by number 10.
30 seconds left in the period. Stiga trying to find Hagens again. And you know the boys want to win this one for Cole Hudson.
Time of the goal, 19-15.
Right in front, Sieber took the puck to the net, and he missed with a shot. Barnett, Hagens, waiting, delivers again his shot. Why not when you're hot? It's amazing. You score one, all of a sudden you feel like you might score 6. Ray Ferraro, line 1. Remember, Craig?
Sure do.
4-4 game through 40.
This has been an entertaining game, competitive. James Hagens has found a way to get Canada even heading into the 3rd period. Buckle up, because there's going to be a lot more action coming in the 3rd period.
Wonder if they'll have anything to talk about in the intermission, you think? A little bit? Maybe 6 goals in that period? What do you think? Laura, Dave, Britt?
Stiga, Ziemer, Spellacy, Bednarik have been to this tie going into the 3rd period, a chance to win. Real significant contributions.
Brendan McMorrow, one of 7 Minnesota guys in the lineup for the United States, so what a thrill for him. He's got a goal in the game and a 4-4 tie underway here in this 3rd period. Zellers got spun around, passed through Hagens, all the way up top. Chase Reed, one of the backdoor feet, score! Hagens, another one, and the UFC leads the game. Not coming into this game, and James Hagens now has 2. USA leads.
18 seconds into the 3rd period, and Chase Reed again tries to make a play across, and there's a wide open opportunity, but pressure here creates the turnover, and then Ziemer with a quick play. Hagens lets it go through, and then when it kicks to him, he's above the puck, and now he can just step into it. Nearly gets intercepted, and then it kicks right to Hagens. Right above the puck, not trying to play below the puck in the offensive
When he talked to our Brent Dort in the first intermission, he looked like one of the more frustrated guys in the building. Not anymore. 2 goals in the game. The latest 2 from James Higgins. And he's got the Americans on top. Another shot right on. And that's a guy that liked to snipe one in Yzerman. Shut down by Pradell. That was a much-needed save here in this early stages, third period.
Well, there's the play. And Higgins lets it go through here. And then he circles back, paying attention, getting a button. Then it kicks to him right off the stick of Tomka. And he buries it. Another chance quickly. Cole Yzerman with the quick shot.
You know, we talked about off the top of the broadcast, Craig, breaking Kucherov's U18 single tournament record. He was outstanding in the gold medal game. If not for the brilliance of Carter George in that game, USA likely wins the gold medal. So we see what he can do, puck over glass, delay a game. And man, you talk about tilting the ice. Full credit to Bob Motzko and his coaching staff as well. I mean, there's some tough times and adversity in this game, and they found a way to battle back.
Slovakia playing number 22. 2 minutes minor penalty for delaying the game.
Higgins gets the goal the latter part of the second period, and this is Golier now giving the U.S. another chance on the power play.
Face-off up for grabs. Sellers trying to lift the stick. A good clear by Slovakia.
2 minutes more delay of game. Time to penalty, 44 seconds.
USA 1 for 2 on the power play, 5 shots. They got their first power play goal of the tournament in this game. LJ Mooney. Verstiga, he gives and goes to the net. Osberg steps right and shoots, and that hit a body, just goes wide. It broke Riker Lee's stick. He's got to go collect another one. Belushko powers his way to center and flips it in.
Luke Osborne was coached by Pat Peake for a number of years in the Michigan area. Pat Peake was a fabulous junior player, 2 World Junior Championships, and a career cut short because of an unfortunate heel injury.
Behind the net, Riker Lee dangling. Stick down to go. He thought about it. Thought about the Michigan. Here's Mooney. Mooney walks the line. LJ Mooney dishes off. Lee up top. Osborne. And kind of healed the shot. Right in front again. Lee backhand try. And handled by Pradell. The way this game is going, the United States would love a little more insurance. Mooney cutting in. Backhand feed picked off by Kelman. And the follow-up try. Kovalchuk gets it down the ice.
I talk about Pat Peake coaching Osborne, coaching lots of good players in the Michigan area. You get the benefit of a real bright mind like Pat Peake coaching you. You got real good development ahead of you.
James Higgins down, hat-trick watch. And a good poke by Pomichel down the ice. Chase Reed back on the puck. 15 seconds left of power play time. As the United States finally leading this game. There's Cole Yzerman. Tomic took it away. Tomic, he'll dump it in. And Heil does elect to play it. 0 shots on that power play. As Fabush is out of the box. Here's a turnover right at the line. Tomka, drive. Off a player, out of play. Nearly 3 minutes gone here in this third period.
If a puck flies to the stick, please return.
Osberg gets himself loaded up here and breaks Riker Lee's stick. Riker Lee goes, oh no. And then Lee looking to try to get it up. I guess when you play at Michigan State, you don't really do the Michigan very well. There's a good play by Riker Lee. He's been feeling it all through this game.
Riker Lee, a Nashville first-round pick. We saw Barry Trotz in the building earlier. McMorrow digs a free ball, slashes it down the ice. Penalty coming up. As McMorrow's drawn a penalty, Spellacy barrels in. Spellacy tries to center. Her ankle will touch the puck. And the Americans back on the power play, tripping the call.
So McMorrow, again, catalyst for positive play. Just how good, like Brendan McMorrow, the energy, the determination, the speed, the quickness, the hunger. It's hunger. I'm going. You want to catch up to me? Try. Late in the thing, Tallman's stick comes around and just kind of pops up a little bit. Catches McMorrow, but
Nemec in the blocks.
Slovakia
back of the power play, United States. Turning around Osborne. Zellers, pop pass, Mooney. Osborne gets it, shoots it. Big stuff. And the rebound in front, right to Lee, couldn't dish it free. And it sailed down the ice. So McMorrow draws the penalty to Nemec. McMorrow, a 7th-round pick this year of the LA Kings. Having a great game. Mooney, the Habs prospect. Plays it to Stiga. He'll give and go to the net. Drop back. Osborne. He'll wait. Goes back to Mooney. Mooney, wrist shot, one at the tip. He had Stiga in front. There to the line, but not out. Osborne loads up again. Osborne. Zellers. Belushko trying to chop it free. Stiga right in. And another shot block in front. And a chance to clear, and maybe a chance to break in. Jan Hovan cutting it short-handed again. Hovan to the forehand. Couldn't jam it by the pad. Already 2 short-handed goals in the game, and Hovan looking for another one. He's also a Kings draft pick, Hovan. Here's Lee over the line. They'll stop, protect the puck from Tomik. Ziemer digs it free, trying to stick Campbell, and he'll take it far wall. Ziemer, backhand beat, onside, Chase Reed, LJ Mooney. Ziemer cutting in, backdoor beat, score! Will Zellers, 4th of the tournament, USA leads by 2. And another power play goal in this game.
Chase Reed's not going to get an assist on this goal, but from the back end, he has taken over control. Just a fantastic play. Jumps in as the puck kicks back up to the point. It's a little turn of the head, comes back to Reed, and now Reed's just looking to open it up. Moves the puck quickly, a tap in for Zellers. Chase Reed with the goal, tied the game at the end of the second period. A great play on the goal that Higgins to go ahead. Now a great play inside the blue line. Zellers feeling it.
And a potential challenge. We'll wait and see. As the head coach, Peter Freehoff, was looking at the iPad.
The play is under review. Call the ice is a good goal.
So not a challenge. This is just a review, I believe. Craig, you can explain it to viewers.
Yeah, I mean, the goals get reviewed, and they look for a distinct kicking motion. And that's why it's reviewed, to see if there's a distinct kicking motion in that. You can redirect the puck into the net with your skate, but there cannot be a distinct kicking motion. Oh, like on the back side of it where he kind of moves his foot over, you know, you could say that that was a distinct kicking motion. You know, as he's coming in there, because you can turn your foot and redirect it. But here it is here. It doesn't, like, I want to see the leg and the skate moving. It doesn't look like it's moving.
After video review, call on the ice stands with a good goal.
Exactly, he's just coming there. But that's not a challengeable play, that's just a reviewable play.
Yeah, there's no goalie interference anywhere there.
He's just trying to maneuver his skate to redirect that puck, which is totally legal.
So Zellers, Avalanche 3rd-round pick, traded to the Boston Bruins. Now, Cole leads the tournament for the goal-scoring lead with a guy on the ice as well here, Thomas Sharenko. They both have 4 each.
Brendan McMorrow draws the penalty that leads to the 6th goal.
Team USA power play goal scored by
Babouche on the puck, shoots it in. And finally, a 2-goal lead for the United States as they trailed early in this game. 2-0.
Time of the power play goal.
And some fireworks here afterwards, and Matt, it continues. Spellacy is trying to get out of the fray. Radovojevic now is trying to pull McMorrow. Babouche is laboring as he goes to the bench.
Time of the power play goal.
USA number 8, 2 minutes minor penalty for roughing.
That's the right call. You can't come up in there and come up with your hands and drive it through the top, through there.
Slovakia power play, Craig, 2 for 3.
Spellacy plays hard, plays fast. Sometimes you get on the wrong side of the line, but the way he plays, you don't want to take that out of him.
Severchik, Horenko, power play goals. Nemitz behind the net's got the puck for Horenko. Horenko, Radovojevic running things up top right now. Horenko gets it back. Radovojevic drops it off. Severchik down low, pops all the way to the line, and hustling Radovojevic keeps it onside. Radovojevic from Severchik. Horenko. Radovojevic. Horenko thought about the shot. They'll switch up spots. They'll shoot through traffic. Patch stop, but it comes to Bednarik. Oh, he gave it away. The right to Nemitz. An extra second would have helped, but that time gloved down as Radovojevic, no problem there. Caleb Heil.
Caleb Heil was alert. Radovojevic quickly shoots that puck directed towards the net, and Heil makes sure that there's no puck. Bednarik tries to flip it out, just kind of heels it. Then there's that quick shot, and Heil is ready. New group of 4 comes out for Team USA.
Heil plays in the USHL with the Madison Capitals. He lost that gold medal game in the U18 in Finland back in 2024 for the United States and Canada, dueled by Carter George. Severchik. Zimmer trying to break away. Severchik, good steal, waiting, shooting. And nice shot block after Barnett. As the Oilers strap pick, block that, and Americans clear. Radovojevic. From his own zone. 6 minutes gone, third period. The Americans have taken the lead. LJ Mooney around the wall. Puck available, comes up top for Mishiak. 35 seconds left and the man advantage. Mishiak. Kalman. He'll swing it across. Bobojo. Mishiak takes the shot. Thought about walking it in. Back to Kalman for Mishiak. In front, shot, glove down. Hovan, what a snag by Heil.
Caleb Heil looks like he's found a rhythm in his game, reading the play well, right on top of it, alert. You can see where he's tracking it, making sure that he gets out, peeks around, and as the shot comes in, he's right on it. That's what you want to be, radar-like with your eyes, and let your skills take it from there.
Sweden got the job done earlier today. United States trying to win, take care of business. That would line up a matchup for top spot in the group on New Year's Eve right here. Kalman delays, shoots, tipped, and just high and over the net. Few seconds remaining in the power play. Spellacy ready to come out of the box. 3 shots on that power play as Spellacy's out. 5-on-5. Kalman, long shot deflected. I think Heil got a piece and then out of play. Higgins came into the game without any goals. He's got a pair of goals now and some big ones to ensure his team leads. Sellers also with 4 in the tournament.
No way. It can't be. Gail, you have to...
I'll be in the car.
Yes.
You haven't missed it. Boxing Week continues at the Brick. Special buy started just $99 while quantities last. MyDia 18 cubic foot fridge only $6.99. And the Sony 65-inch 4K smart TV is just $7.99. The Brick, saving you more.
From a first game to their biggest game. From Esso medals to gold medals. We are dedicated to Canada's game.
Inspired by the strength of a diamond, every stitch reflects our resilience, pride, and belonging, forged through time and pressure. Canada's 2026 Olympic jersey, a symbol forged in ice.
We're not done yet. Day 4 in Minnesota wraps up with Canada, Denmark. Dale Hunter's team trying to stay undefeated. That's coming up next on TSN 8 Eastern time. Pre-game, obviously on the air right now. And what a game we've got. 6-4. United States leading. 7 minutes gone, third period. In a game where Slovakia had a 2-0 lead. A lot of offense. 6 goals alone in that second period. Adam Belushko. Back behind the net. Off the right side. Bobrovsky. Cutting, stopping. Up top, wrist shot. In and out of the glove. Loose, and that late swat. Yeah, that's what Hensler didn't like. And that's going to cause this. It was the late poke on Heil that caused that all. Right there, that little slash. Coming in was Lucas Tomka. It was loose a little bit right there, Craig, and that's what he didn't like.
Yeah. You get penalized for those types of plays.
Slovakia, player number 24, 2 minutes minor penalty for slashing.
The goaltender's putting his hand already over the puck. It's down. You can't see it. You come in there. You're going to get penalized for that play just about every single time.
Craig, USA 2 for 4, 8 shots on the power play. And what do we see from Sweden earlier today? They got their power play going in a big-time way.
Sure did. Here's the extracurriculars. After the Tonka slash on the hand of Heil. That's what I mean. I mean, after, like, there's no upside to going in there with your stick like that. There's only downside. And Tonka goes, who, me? Well, you were the guy that was there. Yes, it's you.
LJ Mooney trying to win the draw, and it's lead by Pika. Puck to the corner. Cleared over Mooney and down the ice.
Kind of the penalty, 7-20.
Osborne will pick it up for USA. The Sabres' 4th-round pick a couple years ago. Osborne lays it back for Mooney. Mooney to Stiga. He was interrupted. Ovan trying to break away. Pardon me, that's Straka, 15. Andreas Straka barrels in. Plays for Quebec in the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League does Straka. Osborne takes a look, goes Stiga's way. Pass go off his skate, and that's sent down the ice easily. Osborne lays it back. Mooney up quickly. Riker Lee at the point, shoots it in. McKinney in the corner. Lee was in the slot waiting for the pass. And again, a good backhand down the ice by Jakub Bobrovsky. USA some fresh legs out. Good steal in the corner. Pobajel slashing for the puck. Here comes Hovan. He wanted to play it all the way back. Actually hit Horkoff. Comes back to Jan Hovan. Plays for Sudbury in the OHL. Here's Ziemer. Puck on his stick. He's on the move. 40 seconds left the power play time. Ziemer trying to bring it to the forehand. Foley got a shot off. And Slovakia will clear. Draft eligible Chase Reed. Puck on his stick. And he'll bring it in offside.
Cody Seamers had some opportunities in this game and coming down to good hands and tight, and then tries to get it off, but the puck kicks back to him.
Pretty good effort.
Yeah, well, Nimitz is trying to deflect the puck away. He doesn't get it firm, but the Seamers fall into the ice, gets his stick on it. Never give up on a play.
That was Kovalchuk and Higgins. There's a little slash at each other, so they're going to get a little conversation there. As Cedric Borga, one of the referees, the Swiss ref, little words for them. Puck dropped. Look out. Lushko's stick just shattered in his hands. He's going to grab a new one off the bench. 10 seconds left the power play time. Higgins on hat-trick watch. He's got the puck. Higgins curling in. Straka. That shot line. Had to be careful. He tried to play the stick at Higgins. Could have got the penalty. Good shot in front as Horkoff centers. Higgins trying to jam it home, and we're 5-on-5. Jam back in by the Americans. Belushka picks it up behind his goalie. Watched by Higgins. As Higgins last hat trick versus Notre Dame NCAA back on November 28th. Severchik was trying to bust in. Higgins back on the puck. Nick Morrow, a little bit of space, tried that centering feed with a backhand, but alertly Alex Mishiak played it away, and he's up that right wing. Mishiak driving in, protects the puck to the point. It's loose, posted. Oh! Severchik, what a chance. Harenko loads up, hits some bodies in front, and Nick Morrow trying to clear it away, and he will. Harenko there, back close to getting Slovakia within one. Kleber, Nick Morrow, dishes across, he missed Bednarko, the pass behind him. Tomik starts to give and go. Tomik got him in air, trying to slash down as Heil made the save. Real Mullen. Americans skated up ice, led by Mooney. Mooney slaps it in. We're through the midway point of the third period. Exciting game in group play here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Chipped in for Stiga. That was broken up. Slipped to center. Stiga had it, lost it. Povachel over the line and in offside. Mikhail Severchik, Detroit's 4th round pick this year. Follow up. Bang, crossbar out.
We are made in Canada. Homegrown, Canadian owned and operated. We're neighbors, friends, family. We're more than just made in Canada. We're a fabric of Canada.
By joining the skilled trades, you'll make a living while making places to live. You'll build a strong, stable career for today and for tomorrow. Plus, with over 140 skilled trades to choose from, there's more opportunity than ever to build a bright future for all of us. Building stronger communities right here at home. That's how we protect Ontario.
Locked in a stare down with Mother Nature, some wilt, but others push forward. They are the real ones, and they drink a real good light beer. Sleeman Clear 2.0. Real ones know.
Entering the third period, 4-4 after a late second period goal by Higgins, and then he gets the go-ahead goal early in the third period, and then a nice passing play, and Will Zellers finishes it off, and that's where we stand with a 6-4 lead. USA was down 4-3 late in that second. Higgins gets his first. Early in the third gets a second. Zellers with his 4th in the tournament for the 6-4 lead.
Zellers led the USHL in goals last season, had 44 for the Green Bay Gamblers, and has 4 in this tournament. Big collision in the corner. It continues. Stiga back on his skates. Puck up for Nemitz at the blue line, spins and swipes it to that right side. Murin back to the line. Gave it away. Mooney trying to burst away. L.J. Mooney, some space, shoots, and he missed. Trying to flip that glove side high. Wow, minimum of 3 breakaways in this game. What a Monday night. Babouche. Emery lost his footing. Babouche drives it in. Emery recovers. Up behind the net. Up top. One-time drive. What a stop. Bovan had it laid up on a tee, and Heil, one of his best saves of the period. In comes Pete Guy. Crouches in. Emery quickly to McKinney. Might have been a high stick, but play continues as he swatted that down. That hit the linesman. Oh, he's smarting right now. That one stung. As Nicholas Novanti in some distress. Puck right in the slot. Babouche trying to keep it alive.
Caleb Heil has made some really good saves here. He's been right on top of it. Mike has had some good chances, and Heil has been right up to the task.
Well, you talked about his rhythm, Craig, and what do you need down the stretch? You need a goalie that gives you that confidence to win a gold medal. Belushko, high flipper into the trapper mitt of Heil, who's committed to North Dakota, NCAA next season.
There's some physical play. You see Murin, he was on the receiving end of this hit by Stiga. It comes right through the body. Great body check. Mooney pulls away here, tries to flip it high over the glove. A little too high. And then Heil with an excellent save. Reading it and moving out, closing down the net. Not sitting back trying to defend the net. Really strong goaltending by Caleb Heil.
In my conversation with head coach Bob Motzko before the championship, I asked him about his goaltending. You've talked about it. They were so blessed with Trey Augustine at this tournament and the program for years. He said the goaltending was wide open. And Caleb Heil got the win versus Germany. He's had a solid game here, finding his rhythm.
USA Hockey has a director of goaltending by the name of David Lassonde. And he works with all the goaltenders at all the levels for USA Hockey. It's such a benefit to have somebody that works with the goaltenders, and he works with the goaltenders within their specific skill set, tries to make sure that the fundamentals are in place. But these goaltenders all get the benefit of working with David. You get the benefit of working with him at the National Team Development Program when you're 16 through 17, U18s, junior, World Championships. So to have that type of mentorship, that type of instruction from somebody so qualified, it helps these goaltenders really advance.
One of the linesmen, Nicholas Albinati, out of Canada, you saw him take a shot along the near wall from our broadcast vantage. It didn't look wide. Peak, yeah, hit him. And he actually wrapped up his hand now. He's got black tape on his hand.
What was really good was that he got his head down and protected his face.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we can see where he's taped up there, but you know, the linesmen, I talk about goaltenders having to pay attention and really tracking the play. Linesmen have to be maybe more than two eyes in their ability to watch what's going on around them, get out of the way of flying pucks. We know how fast the game is, and they get themselves into spots where if they weren't as alert as they are, there could be more injuries.
Follow up the goaltender, Nick Kemp. He got the win against Switzerland as United States trying to remain perfect. Parayko backhanded toward the net, cleaned up by Lieber. He tried to spring Horkoff, but that'll be icing against the Americans.
Ask for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
Well, Bob Motzko and company looking on. What have you liked about the Americans' resilience?
Well, I think it's just that. It's the resilience, finding a way to get on the right side of things.
Nemitz pulled the goal line with Horenko. Nemitz able to dig it free. Up top, Kovalchuk towards the net, hit Cleaver. And Ziener spins and fires out to center ice. Volkov watching, Kalman. 6:20 remaining in the game. And USA's found a way now to lead by 2. Horenko cutting in. Takes it behind the net, leaves it in the corner for Nemitz. Nemitz back to Horenko. And right in the tape of Zellers. Will Zellers chips and chases. He's got some speed. He scoops in. Rich shot. And that was handled by Purnell. Spellacy in. Shooting. Purnell stops that too. Held in by Reed. And Zellers got tripped up by Kelman. Top in the corner. Spellacy's turn to work. Bednarik digs it free for Reed. Reed goes for a skate. Reed delays. Zellers catches it, shoots it, and that hit Kelman. Low zone time here for the Americans. Cleaned up though, and just out of the reach of Severchik. I don't like to play it, and he will. Up at the center, out of the reach of Spellacy, as Belushko works it up ahead. Tried to find Nishiak. Broken up by USA. Adam Belushko loads up, and that shot blockered into the netting by Heil for a stoppage. 5:05 remaining, third period. The Americans trying to stay undefeated on home soil at this year's World Junior.
When it all comes together, it could mean you're ready to talk to your doctor about Wegovy. Ask for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
We are made in Canada. Homegrown, Canadian-owned and operated. We're neighbors. Friends. Family. We're more than just made in Canada. We're a fabric of Canada.
Canada's Ultimate 50-50 is back. 3 huge draws across the country. It's Hockey Canada's biggest power play yet. Score your chance to win at hockeycanada5050.ca or scan the QR code on your screen.
Well, you can see if the United States gets this clean win, it'll be 9 points. And you know what that means on New Year's Eve? Be for first spot in Group A.
What's your take on Switzerland, Germany tomorrow? You've seen them both?
My take is Switzerland, I think, has the edge. Germany took a pretty good whipping today from Sweden, and Slovakia had the days off. I think that gives them the edge.
That is our lone game here tomorrow in our group, and that's a massive game. You win that one, and you ensure yourself a quarterfinal spot.
Switzerland's been very good. The goaltending's good. The blue line is good. They play really, really well as a team. I use the word organized. They're a good team. I just don't think as hard as Germany plays, and they've got some speed and they got some quickness, but I think that Switzerland's deeper on the back end and deeper up front. That's enough, in my view, that should carry Switzerland.
Eiserman in the corner. Mooney pops it up top. Barnett back to Mooney, spins away from the knee. He wanted the call, not getting one. Play continues. The Brovik takes a look, he'll flip it in. I'm winding down here for Slovakia. They played a great game. 10 goals on the board, but Slovakia trails by 2. Stiga falls, and they'll slap it in. Babush lost the handle in the corner, and Eiserman was lurking, looking for an opportunity. Toby gets in. On the puck over the line, shoots it in and out of the glove. In the corner as Hovan plays it to the far point. Stiga's stick was down, and he pumps that down the ice. Ziemer trying to lift the stick. Babouche plays it back in front of his own net for Goulier. Babouche trying to break up that left side. He's checked by Higgins. And Comey comes in, a step offside. So I asked you about tomorrow's matchup. You saw Sweden earlier today. Power play was good. Momentum. United States dealing with some adversity. That's going to be a great game.
Should be, yeah, should be. There's no reason to expect it to be anything less than a great atmosphere here at the Grand Casino Arena. New Year's Eve, lots of excitement for the new year, but I think that this building could be full for a great New Year's Eve matchup.
Attendance 13,000 here today. It's been very vibrant, lively crowds. Great to see a lot of kids as well enjoying hockey around the holiday season. Obviously, the timeout continues here for Slovakia. 3:46 to go. U18 tournament returns to Slovakia next year in April. And in that program, Slovakia is qualified to the bronze medal game 3 years in a row, and unfortunately losing that bronze medal game. And the most recent loss, Craig, came in Texas back in April in 2025 as they lost to the Americans. LJ Mooney was one of the guys on that team. Unfortunately, Mooney was injured in that bronze medal game. Will Horcoff played a big role for the Americans on this team. Nemitz is back in his own zone. And we'll see if Pradell goes to the bench at some point. But right now, it's Spellacy killing off time in the corner for the Americans. Here's Nemitz. Through center, and Pradell starting to make his move. And he'll go to the bench. So the extra tapper's out, net empty for Slovakia. 3:15 to go in the game. Can there be a miracle in the making here in Minnesota? Radivojevic, Harenko. Radivojevic. Back to Harenko. Mikhail Severchik. Radivojevic. As they're patient here, but they need two, obviously. Severchik behind the net. Nemitz. Severchik again delays, waits, good stick by Hensler. But back to Mikhail Severchik. Severchik right in front, shot. Oh, deflected it just wide. They had it set up for Tomka. The shot they wanted, but he couldn't cash in. Hensler now. The Ottawa prospect. Going to kill off some time in the corner. Battling with Severchik. Nemitz trying to poke it free, and he will. To the point, Radivojevic waiting across Harenko. Harenko's got that shot. He uses it. And a body wide of the net on Heil. Mark behind the net. Lieber barrels in. Harenko on the puck. Harenko in the corner. 4 goals in the tournament for Harenko. Radivojevic digs it free. Rich shot. Big rebound. Heil fought it off again. Nemitz trying to find Harenko. 2 minutes remaining in the game.
2 minutes into the third period.
Do a shoulder check, allowing Harenko to have the puck walking in. Rich shot. Score! Don't go anywhere. Tomas Harenko with another one, and it's 6-5.
There was a lot of small space battles going on here, and Slovakia stayed in the fight, stayed in the battle. We found a way to keep the puck, and when you get into those types of competitive battles and you're engaged like Slovakia wasn't, the U.S. was engaged just as much, but Slovakia found a way to win it. And I mean, this is a goal scorer's goal. It's just phenomenal what Tomas Harenko has done here. Dangerous player, and don't go away. Minute 54 left.
Harenko's 5th of the tournament, Craig. He is the goal-scoring leader at this year's World Junior with 5. 2 in this game.
Scored by number 29.
And we'll see if Pradell makes his move again, and he will. Extra attacker again. Net empty though. United States with a chance. Mooney dangles in. LJ Mooney empty net. What a stop. Tomey saved the goal. Tomey. They'll drop it back. Pobajel. Kalman. Can they do it again? 6-5 USA. Already one goal for Slovakia with the net pull. We're trying to do what Kazakhstan did to them last year, only shorthanded, and that'll come to center ice. It's not delay a game, I don't think. Or is it?
You're trying to get the goaltender out. You've just got all this. And then Adam Nemitz just kind of lays the puck back in a very casual manner. And LJ Mooney with a chance to seal it. Tomey back there making sure it doesn't go into the net, but that's a too casual play by Adam Nemitz.
Stiga trying to break in, check by Nemitz. Radivojevic on the puck. Final minute inside Grand Casino Arena. Slovakia trying to come back in this game where they had a 2-0 lead at one point. Horenko, little give and go. Puck in the corner. Fredell goes to the bench again for the extra attacker. They're down the ice, and that'll miss the empty net. Icing.
Apologies to Adam Nemitz. That was Alex Misiak that made the real too casual play. So my apologies on that.
Big face-off to the left of Caleb Heil. Horenko's going to step in. Stiga and the Americans having a conversation here. Just trying to get their personnel set. Net empty, 6-on-5. 45 seconds to go in the period. Stiga, Horenko, step in. Stiga down, trying to win the draw. Slovakia able to control it. Puck in the corner. Severchi. Back to the point. Radivojevic, though, tangled up, and hustling back is Tomka. And Tomka takes it away from the empty net with Lee all over him. Here's Horenko. Horenko, 25 seconds left in the game. They got to be quick. Horenko takes a look at the clock. He sees how much time is left. To the line and ripped in. Heil to play it. Takes a look. He wanted to dish.
We're calling this offside, I believe.
Some tired bodies out there for Slovakia. You cannot fault the effort on this Monday night. Both sides. Great entertainment for the fans in the building. Face-off coming outside the American zone. 15.4 to go. And you can see Mikel Fredell is on the bench. Extra attack row. Mooney alertly just jams it down the ice. What a great play by LJ Mooney. 10 seconds left. Time winding down for Slovakia. Higgins wanted the hat trick, missed the net. 3 seconds left, down the ice. And the United States, after being down 2-0, will hang on and win this game 6-5. Still perfect on home ice at this year's World Junior Hockey Championship as the chase for gold continues.
The excitement meter in this game was high, high, high. Lots of action right to the end. Slovakia battling and USA finding a way to get on the right side of things.
Final score. Slovakia 5, USA 6.
Well, I'll say it for both of us, Greg. Probably the most entertaining game we've had in our group so far. Fun, competitive, shorthanded goals, power play goals, some great saves, some animosity, which you love. The compete level was high on both sides.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will now be awarded with a Faribault Mill blanket featuring the Land of 10,000 Rinks mural
And an early birthday gift for Chase Reed, who turns 18 in a couple hours' time.
Designed by Minnesota-based Indigenous artist
Bill Guerin, the president of hockey operations for the Minnesota Wild, is giving the player of the game blankets out to the respective players.
And how exciting is it not only for his team, the Wild, also the Olympic roster decisions coming up, USA,
and USA
of course Canada.
Olympic team general manager Bill Guerin.
Billy was an awesome USA hockey player.
The best player of the game for Team Slovakia, number 27.
And that trade for Quinn Hughes, I'll tell you, has this city absolutely buzzing. We were at a local bar when they won in overtime, and the bar erupted for the Wild. Cool stuff. As players of the game, Adam Belushko will get it for Slovakia.
And the best player of the game for Team USA, number 10, James Higgins.
Yeah, what a game. 2 goals, the 7th overall pick to Boston. And what a thrill this is. You get it from Bill Guerin, a hockey legend and player in his own right there. It's awesome.
Deserve it for James Higgins. Needed by USA Hockey.
So one game for us tomorrow, Germany, Switzerland. It's a big game when it comes to getting to that quarterfinal. In the meantime, thanks for watching us. What a night it's been. Now the American National Anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United States.
And the crowd saluting the players as we just saw one of the games of the tournament, 11 combined goals, and the U.S. doing just enough, and I mean just enough to stay undefeated at these 2026 World Juniors.
Полный месяц встал над лугом, неизменным дивным кругом, светит и молчит. Бледный луг цветущий, мрак ночной по нем ползущий, отдыхает, спит. Жутко выйти на дорогу, непонятная тревога под луной царит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Над лугом, неизменным дивным кругом, светит и молчит. Бледный луг цветущий, мрак ночной по нем ползущий, отдыхает, спит. Жутко выйти на дорогу, непонятная тревога под луной царит. Хоть Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озари. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Пусть светит месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не сменит бурного ненастья. Ночь распростерлась надо мной, и вещает мертвым взглядом на тусклый взор души больной, облитой острым сладким ядом. Облитой острым сладким ядом. И тщетно страсти затая в холодной мгле передрассветной. Среди толпы блуждаю я, с одной лишь думаю заветной. Пусть светит месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не сменит бурного ненастья. Месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не сменит бурного ненастья.